already told you that Arduino Uno, it's look like this. This is the basically programming port, and this is a power port, and that is at mega 328, or you can say 160
microprocessor.
That is a processor which we are going to program. That is a programming cable, that is USB A to B cable. Next, Arduino Nano. The Arduino Nano is
smaller
small,
version,
but that is a at mega 328 and offers some connectivity, especially for Uno board, for the small factors. Like somewhere, if I'm using 3 or 4 at mega I need, then I can use this small Arduino Nano. Next is Raspberry Pi, that is with computer interface. You
it is the advanced version of Arduino Uno, right?
This is not. So the Arduino is a differ, and the Raspberry is a differ.
Okay, they have different
Arduino,
workings.
yeah, Arduino is just a processor-based chip, or you can say plate, and this plate will do the interface with the system, and
It has
then
software interface also.
Yeah,
with some screen.
software and hardware interface.
Okay.
They are interconnected. Like somewhere I want to make, like I have made a robot, and on the system I want to control the robot in your whole school. That will, it will start from going to this way to upward and like that. So I have to make a plate. I need a hardware that is communicate with my system. So that's why Raspberry is there. That is a breadboard, 800 pins. Actually, you have the smaller version, that is 400 pin.
Alright.
Actually, it is for you can say temporary purpose,
Temporary
to check
purpose, that
to check the
PCB
circuit, to
plate.
check the circuit.
Okay.
You in this you don't need to
That one is
solder-
permanent, and in this
that
we
is a
can-
temporary purpose.
Yes.
First of all, when the student come to the lab, they are not used to the soldering, and they are not used
And
to
even
the circuits.
we should not give directly.
Yeah,
soldering
and
directly.
in electronics, I advise that sometime 90% time project will not work at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
If you will put the component,
First time it
will
will not
automatically
work,
get the work.
as it is.
That can't be happen. You have to do some R&D, then it will work. Because sometimes something you have put in on the circuit is maybe faulty. So how can be detected when you have do the permanent soldering? When the component, you can see that these are jacks have small legs, but
Exactly.
most of the components have very large leg. You put the component on the PCB and you cut the legs, and then you desolder it, and it is very difficult for you to detect the faulty component. So you can use the breadboard. In the breadboard, there is a funda to put the component on it. The IC will always put in this middle line. IC never put anywhere else, because you have seen that there is a marking on it, that is A, B, C, D, E. These
They
lines
all are
are
connected.
short, these dots are interconnected, but the first one is not connected to second.
Yes, exactly. These 5 dots are connected.
These 5 dots are
Up,
connected,
down. Yes,
like
vertical.
x-axis,
Y-axis.
y-axis. But on the other hand, the upper one,
These are connected
these are
x-axis.
interconnected, but these lines are not interconnected to each other and upward.
Where there's a gap.
Yeah. This will interconnected, this will connected to this connected to
The
this.
upper ones are horizontally connected, and
Yeah,
the lower ones are vertical.
vertical connected. You can see. So this is a breadboard. This is named as a breadboard because whenever you see the bread in the microscope, you see the holes like this. That's why it is named as breadboard. because an engineer never found good name, so that's given. I'm also engineer. I know the tendency of engineer, and that is a small board which you have in your kit, and that is a board which is self-adhesive. There is this adhesive tape on in the mother on this breadboard, and you can peel out the label and put it on the this PCB that is in your kit, because if I want some other plate to be interfaced with it, you can interface with these ports, and with the help of this, and you have already switches in this port, so it is easy to access something or easy to use some components. Like if I want to switch, then I just take this
Yes, it
PCB
has
now.
a lot of
Yeah,
versatility, right?
and this
These
is
are
a soldering. You have done,
PCBs.
that is general purpose PCB we have, and you have done the soldering with your hand, and this can be done like this. This is called as making jumpers, because the wires is called jumper wires. These are the jumper cables, male to male. The pins are both sides. One side pins, one side hole, and holes are both sides. It is can be connected according to both our needs. That is 9-volt battery, which is comes in our kit. It is for power supply of that PCBs. That is a resistance which is which
Carbon
will oppose the
resistors.
flow of current. With this help, we will slow lower down to the voltage and current. As you can see in the tester, in the old tester, now we have provided you the digital tester. But if you will see the old tester on which we have to put the finger on that tip, basically we are doing, we are giving them the ground,
Yes.
and we got get the shock because of resistance. Because in the that particular screwdriver there is a resistance is placed, so we don't get the current shock. That shock, that is a resistance, symbol of resistance, and that is a color coding according to which we have select the resistance. That is the basic short form.
BB Roy of
BB
Great
Roy,
Britain
Great
has
Britain,
very
very
good
good
wife.
wife. That is the short form.
Easier one.
By you can remember this color coding. BB Roy, 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 Great Britain, very good wife.
Please, BB Roy.
BB Roy, ROY,
G.
Great Britain, very good wife. That is the method, and that is a tolerance. Tolerance means the level in which the resistance can vary. Like you can said that this is a bulb which can goes to 250 volt and goes to 190 volt. That is a tolerance in which limit it can work. And that is a different type of capacitor. That is electrolyte capacitor, ceramic capacitors, and variable capacitors.
Capacitors, yeah.
That is metal capacitors. These are various, basically various type of capacitor have various type of function. Like these type of capacitor,
fan we
maybe
have that
maybe
capacitor.
yeah, these type of capacitor have the filtration properties when you are using in the power supply.
सेल सा नहीं होता, फैन में होता है.
फैन में इतना सा सेल होता है. फैन को कभी ध्यान से देखना, अगर ये कैप उठी हो
कभी इसको
तो
उठा
इसमें
के
इतना
खोल
सा
के
होता है.
देखना.
मेरे क्लास में थी.
And if the capacitor is of high power, it can be more dangerous even after removing the power supply. For 5 to 10 minutes, there will be a
We should
charge
discharge it first
stored
before.
in the. So that's why whenever the even your outside power supply is also act as a capacitor. This is a method of capacitor, how the capacitor will work. And this is a LCD module. It is in the kit. Basically, we will do the LCD module for display purpose. Like if I want to make a project on that will show the distance from myself to an object, then on this LED can be used for the display purpose. That is not in your kit, but I am explaining that is a piezoelectric plate. That is for
Wait, it also produces sound.
some.
For the
Yeah, that is purpose for the various projects. There are
Beep.
quick
It gives
and
beep sound.
नहीं नहीं सर सॉरी
ये beep
ये
वाला?
नहीं
अच्छा, वो दूसरा होगा.
ये वो piezo that is a piezoelectric buzzer.
Okay.
That is a piezoelectric plate. It is basically for earthquakes and you can say touch switches.
okay.
That is active
Okay,
buzzer.
this one is.
This one is in your kit. It is for alarm purpose. And that is voltage regulator. One is first in input, second ground, and third one is output.
This is MOSFET, right?
No sir, this is a regulator IC that is
Okay.
78 series.
Simple transistor.
Yeah. No, not transistor. That is said as a LVR linear voltage regulator.
Okay.
It is come with two series, that is 78 and 79. 78 for positive voltages and 79 for negative voltages.
Okay.
If you want positive 5 volt, then you have to use 7805.
Alright.
If you want negative 5 volt, then you can use 7805 7905.
So the code would be mentioned over that.
Sir, the 78 and 7 yeah, this is the
No,
you can
sir,
see.
in some booklet कि हमने कौन सा use करना है जैसे.
Sir, look, if I want to make a supply of 12 volt, I know that the supply I want positive or I want negative supply, because some components work on the positive and some components
Some
work on
work
the
in a reverse
negative.
bias.
Negative.
Yes.
So whenever I want to supply, I have to select, first of all, I have to think which supplies I need, 12 volt, 15 volt, 10 volt, like that. Then I have to see that I want positive supply or I want negative supply. So if like I have made a project and I want 10 volt power supply positive, then I will take it 78 series, and the 10 volt, the second two words denoted to the voltage.
Okay.
That is, if it is 7810, that means it is a 10 volt
volt.
regulator.
Okay.
If it is 7805, that means it is 5 volt regulator. And that is a motion detector. It is in your plate. You have seen it at lot of places in the mall where you have seen that there is a automatic door open. Basically, how can it detect your motion? Because it will give the rays and it will reflect back to the sensor. You can see there is a 2 points which is for calibration purpose. Calibration is basically, you can say, programming, just in simple way. How much area should be covered?
Range
Yeah.
is different.
So by these points we can cover the point area. That is IR sensor, infrared sensors. One is for generating of infrared and the second one is for receiving the infrared. This LDR module, the LDR is light dependent resistance. It is a like, you can see it's mount like a heater. In the heater you see the wires
Zigzag
in
wire,
zigzag
yeah.
format. There is the wires in the zigzag format. So when the light goes through these wires, the resistance of these wires will change according to the luminance,
Okay.
because intensity of light is flow of electrons. If the flow of electrons will increase, then there will be a change in the resistance. Generally, these are the used in the projects where we need light, that is project light dependent, like the street lights. If we want the street lights that will be off on the on the day में, and it will glow up. It will become on when the light is gone. And we have used the idea that is a submersible pump. This is used for small projects like automatic. In previous school, I have made that automatic sanitizer dispenser. On that project, we can't use the bigger one, which is already used in like set water coolers and cool all the things, because that will take lots of
Water.
water and sanitizer out. But it is a pump which take out small amount of water and that chemical. That is GSM chip. Yeah. GSM module. That is the connections 8 by 8 matrix, and that is a Bluetooth module. Now the first project we will do on this 8 by 8 matrix module. This is a Bluetooth module. Bluetooth module, if I want to make a project that will communicate to my mobile, then I have to use the Bluetooth. That is a 7-segment display. It is called as 7-segment display because if you will see the
Seven
that
lines.
7 lines in the 8, and with this help of 8, all the alphabets can be made.
Only 56.
Yeah. This is GSM module. In the GSM module, that is wrongly mentioned. This is GPS module, and this is GSM module. You can see put the SIM at here, and it will communicate with the project. Like I have placed something on the other city, and I want to control that thing from here. So, or you can say, if I put the tracker on the vehicle and like a truck,
सर have you given only introduction till now or is it some
चलो
program?
मुझके बाद प्रोजेक्ट भी है तो हम भी
नहीं, अभी तक तो आपने यही
अभी
कराया
हाँ।
था. I missed it. मैं asked.
that is a GSM module. So you can control that project or system. These are laser diodes. It will generate the lasers. Just give them the supply. It will give the laser. This is a low power lasers. There are different type of lasers which can be high power, but for the school purpose we never provide the high power laser. For engineering college we will provide the high power laser because they are aware they are aware of that the harmful of that laser. Even the laser pointer is not in my bag. I will take it tomorrow, and I will show that that is a burning laser. If I will not wrong, that maybe in my car, and that is a small power laser because the students are not aware of this. So, just one precaution when you are using that laser, that student will not point out to anyone's eyes because the eye retina will be distorted. That is an idea module. That is a keypad which is generally used for the project of locking, like you have to make a safe box or you have to make the door lock. That is for joystick. If I want, I make a robot, robotic car, and I want to operate it with a joystick. You have to use this joystick module. That is a motor driver. In the you see the AI kit, there is a 4 motors. So we have to control the functioning of that motor. And bit sound microphone module. That is a sound catcher which will catch the sound. That is a motor you have seen in the project. That is node MCU. That is also a sensor which is basically for interfacing. That is a alligator connector because the mouth of the connector is look like a none. Yeah, crocodile, or you can say alligator connector. That is a different type of LEDs. Capacitive touch module and the touch sensor. This is a touch sensor and that is a module which will interface with that triple that is not in your gate. That is a humidity sensor. The project, like I'm living near the coastal area, or if I want to check the in my bathroom that there is a humidity or not, because if there is
agricultural fields, if you need to water it,
that is a different sensors is there. That is a soil moisture sensor. That is a gas sensor. If there is a gas leakage or it is smoke, then it can be detected by this. That is IR receiver, infrared receivers. That is ultrasonic sensors. One is transmitter and another one is receiver. On the ultrasonic sensor, if you will see, there is a marking on both edge, which will be the transmitter and which will be the receiver, because it can detect the distance by the STD formula, that is speed, time and distance.
I think that car parking sensors are also
Yeah. Similar. Basically, because the ultrasonic waves speed, the time it will detect. If you will detect the S and T, you can detect the D. Dual channel relay module. That is an electronic switch. If I want somewhere processing, like in this AC, you have seen that we have programmed the AC for 25 degree, and at the reaching of 25 degree, the compressor will automatically shut down. That is a main circuit which will help cut off. There are two type of connection. One is NC and the second one is NO. That is NC means normal connected, NO means normal open. According to our need, we will connect the NC or NO. That is which you are saying, that is soil moisture sensor, which can be used in the field, in gardens, in the house, old gardens, where the
optimum watering.
yeah, in the Chandigarh school, you can see the husband is working, the wife is working, and if they are having the curiosity to do something like gardening, and they are not having so much time to do for the watering plants, they can use that sensors. Metal sensors, the metal sensor, all you have done is know that going somewhere. It is because it will detect the metals, because some rays will be thrown this detectors, and it will stuck to the metal and come back to that sensor. And that is raindrop sensor. You can see there is a lining. There are two lines. When there is a drop put on this plate, and it will get short and it will give the command to this sensor. Basically, when we are using home automation, we will use this sensor. Flex sensor, basically this is not as a new plate, but for your knowledge I will tell you, that is used for check the flexibility, how much of thing can be bent. Like I know that this one pipe I have taken, that it can be bent like this, only this area. That beyond that position, it will give the alarm that temperature sensors and force pressure sensor, which is not in your gate. That is color sensor. Like somewhere I need to check the colors. Like I'm making a machine that is apple sorting machine, and you have seen that there is a golden apple, one is a red apple. So it can be sorted by the checking the colors. There are flow sensors. Water flow sensor can be used which area in which you want to check the flow, how much flow is going on.
Other water filter that
Yeah. IR sensor array for line follower. Line follower is like a robot which will follow that particular line on the big industry like Maruti and Hero Honda, in which if you will go, you will see that there is a tracks are made on the floor, and the robots are moving from here to there with the help of RFID reader tag that is similar to your fast tag and like that.
is a dual state vibrators.
You can use the software at here. You can,
All vibrators.
yeah, you can issue the ID cards to the student, and that can be reusable because each card has a unique number, or you can give each card a unique number. Rather than giving them a library card, you can give them a blank card, and just tell them to take the books, and it is easy to check the position of the books and where it is available. That is RF module, radio frequency module. If you want to make a project or the project of radio frequency like walkie-talkie, you are using the walkie-talkies in the campus. Like your management someday said that no teacher will use the mobile phones and all have taken the walkie-talkies. Somewhere in some schools they are using the walkie-talkies. That is a stepper motor with driver and servo motor tester. That is a testing point. That is all. The sensors.